Hi, in this video I will show you how to replace the powertrain motor on a 1998 Yamaha 4-stroke 30 horsepower outboard engine. As you can see, my motor is quite rusty and needs a replacement. First, loosen up all 4 bolts one by one. In my case, the motor was so rusty that I used a masking tape to secure that no rusty bits and pieces fell into the hydraulic oil when I removed the motor. Here you see the hydraulic pump and the red hydraulic fluid. You also see the white connector shaft that in my case was left when I removed the motor. You also see the rotating shaft on the pump chassis, which the connector should sit on when installing the motor. A close-up picture of the connector, here seen from pump side. This end should sit on the pump chassis. Another close-up of the connector, here seen from motor side. This end should mount the motor shaft. I did a test to be sure that my new motor fits the connector. Looks okay. Next, install the connector into the slot on the pump chassis. To be on the safe side, I used a sealing agent on my flange. Before installing the new motor, I installed the O-ring that came along with the new motor. Next, installing the motor. Gently place the motor and its shaft down in the connector and on top of the spring. Align the motor with the bolt holes. Tighten up all 4 bolts. Motor is now installed. Next is the electric wiring. Before installing new wiring, inspect the routing of the current wiring. The connection points of the wiring is, in my case, at the back of the engine. Luckily, my new motor has the same color coding on the wires. Now start to loosen up the old wiring. Open up all cable ties. When the old wires are loose, cut the wires at the connection point. A trick is to connect the old wiring with the new wiring. In this way you can pull the new wiring through the engine. I use masking tape for this. With the new wiring in place, it's now time to connect the wiring to the connection points. I used a 10mm socket wrench to loosen and tighten the bolts. So after fastening the new wires, just place the plastic caps back in place. Use some cable ties to fasten the new wiring. And remember to leave some space behind the engine, as you can see here, in a such way that the wires don't squeeze when the motor or engine is low or down. Putting the panels back in place, it's now time to test the motor, and as you can see it's lowering down fine. And it's lifting up. Nice. That's good. Thank you all. Bye.